All right, let's head to the celebrity phone to chat with Scott Thompson of NBC's Hannibal. I'm so excited to talk with him because he's a fellow one of those. I mean, Canadian, of course. Hey, Scott.
Oh, of course.
Saw you recently, I guess it was last year at the CBC Winnipeg Comedy Festival. Hilarious in your character. For those who were there, they'll know what that means. One of your many characters.
I think I did Buddy Cole, I think, and Fran, I think. Yeah.
Yes, hilarious. And you know what, we'll talk about the new show on NBC in just a second, but of course we can't gloss over Kids in the Hall. Hilarious show, the generations of Canadians. And I guess the Americans fell in love with, right? It ended up in the U.S.?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it was always a co-production. It was on CBC and HBO from the very beginning.
Now, did you expect it to be such a hit?
I knew it was real. I knew we were really good. I'm not exactly. No, I knew we were good, but I had no idea that it would be such a hit. No.
That's always the tough thing with comedy, right? I mean, you guys think you're funny, but it's all about what the audience thinks, and you never know that.
Yeah. Although I have to be honest, it did feel like we were the right group at the right time. Definitely, when it was happening, there was a sense that this is all going to happen.
But it happens with a lot of shows, and the one that sticks out of mind is John Cleese talks about Fawlty Towers, how when it was doing the original run, it wasn't, I mean, it was popular, but it sort of picks up steam after, once it's in reruns, and I think that's also really what happened with Kids in the Hall.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, definitely. And I'm hoping that happens with our last miniseries, Death Comes to Town. I hope that people will look at it in a few years and go, wow, geez, this was a lot better than we thought it was.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, here's hoping.
Yeah, here's hoping.
Yeah. Now, okay, so this one might be a tough question. Do you remember the first joke you ever told that got huge laughs? And if you do you still tell it today?
The first joke?
Yeah. That just got huge laughs.
I guess it would. Well, I mean, the first joke I told on stage would have probably been a Buddy Cole line, because when I first started doing comedy, I used Buddy Cole in many ways as my alter ego. It probably would be, I may have been born yesterday, but I still went shopping. That might have been. And I stole that from an actual person, so it's not even my own line. Wow. But that might be the first big laugh that I recall.
We have got to get back to the music, but we're going to have more with Scott Thompson from NBC's Hannibal right after this. Talking with Canadian comedian Scott Thompson, joining us on the line still. Let's move on, though, to Hannibal on NBC. I'm sure they were nervous we weren't going to get to that subject. The new show airing Thursday nights. Check your local listings. Now, by the name, I'm sure people might be able to guess a little bit about its premise, but you're Jimmy Price on the show, so tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah. I'm Jimmy Price. I'm part of a forensics team investigating serial killers, and we bring this profiler in, Will Graham. He's the character from all the books, particularly Red Dragon, and he has an ability to empathize with anybody, even serial killers. So he's brought into the team, and then we bring in Hannibal Lecter to advise, because he's a specialist in deviant psychology. And but meanwhile, he is also committing crimes. So he's basically screwing around with us while helping us.
I think it's also...
It's basically the backstory to Hannibal Lecter.
I was going to say, it's also interesting when a comedic actor such as yourself then takes on, you know, a serious project like this. That's actually probably got to be really fun for you then, too, right?
Very fun, because I'm outside, you know, I'm not in my comfort zone. And I started out my career as an actor. I just wanted to be a serious actor who was funny off camera. And but when I met the Kids in the Hall, all bets were off. So for me, it's been a real thrill to be able to flex these muscles that have been so dormant for so long.
Mm-hmm. Now, we had a question sent in. Did you have any comedic idols growing up?
Yes, I did. Growing up, when I was very young, Carol Burnett would have been one of my biggest. Anybody from SCTV, particularly Catherine O'Hara. You know, I was never, stand-up comedy, I was never a huge stand-up comic fan, even though I do love it, and I do it now, but... Yeah, I would say number one as a child, Carol Burnett would be my number one.
Well, she looks great. We had her on the show at Betty White's 90th birthday party in L.A. last year, and still
cool.
Comedic genius, absolutely. Her, Mary Tyler Moore, they were all there. It was a great time.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So now also a great time is Thursday nights on NBC, right?
Yep.
We'll be checking it out. The show is Hannibal. Check your local listing. Scott Thompson, pleasure talking with you. Thanks so much for joining us today.
You too. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Today's best music with Jeremy Bradley.